Hang on, let me share my screen. Share the mail me. There we go. There, I think that's working now. What happened? To my background.
Copy. I think I hear traffic on Covina PD.
Sorry about that. And that tropical hurricane we had last night, man. Oh boy, it was bad.
Yeah, he wants it. He wants it. They're continuing northbound San
That
Bernardino Road
hurricane
now
was
in
really
Baldwin
bad
Hills.
last night.
Here comes another left turn, another wild left turn. That's going to be Orange Avenue, a westbound turn, or a left turn rather, onto Orange Avenue. West Covina really going for that pit maneuver, but they just haven't had the right
Yeah,
opportunity to
it is
execute
here
that.
too.
Primary unit wants it. He keeps pulling up right behind him, but just has not had the chance to safely pull
It is
this
here
or
too,
spin
bud.
this vehicle out. So they're continuing now in a much more narrow residential street here, about
Okay, I
10
need
miles
to
per hour
edit this.
on Ken Oak Drive, slowing down dramatically, only about 20 miles per hour, well within the threshold for a pit maneuver. But you see all of this property, all of those parked cars, and in a narrow street like this, you just aren't going to see a pit maneuver unless the opportunity provides it, and unless there's enough space to effectively conduct that pit maneuver without hurting anybody or damaging innocent property here. So another left turn here, and here comes the pit. Here it comes. Here it comes. He's going to go for it. If he comes up on another intersection, another intersection might allow him to do it. Here it is on the right side. He keeps pulling back. He keeps pulling back. He's gotten so close, so many close calls for a pit maneuver
Yeah,
here.
same here.
Here he is on the
I
right
don't know
side
where
now
the
on
moon is.
Badillo Street, picking up a little steam, and I think he might have missed a good opportunity there. Might have missed a good opportunity. Still only doing about 35 miles per hour through another red light.
It was political night
Through
last
another
night
red
during
light,
the
and now you see
heart of
that
the
primary
storm,
unit starting to fall back
but
just a little bit, but he's
we
looking for
had
that
winds up
opportunity.
to
He's had a
tropical
couple of
storm force.
chances,
We
but he
had
didn't take it. He didn't feel comfortable taking it
multiple
for
tornado
probably
warnings,
great reasons. But from
but
here, it just
thankfully
looks
we're
like he's gotten so
fine.
many close calls. But you
The
saw
power
those
never
narrow
went
streets, so
out.
many parked vehicles, and
There's
you just
some
have to
tree
have the
damage.
right amount of space
Taylor Beach,
to do it. And
flooding. The Bay
unfortunately,
Beach
they
had
just haven't had
flooding.
the right amount of pavement to
Residence
play with
Shores
here. But
had
we're
a
now
lot
on
of
Ramona
flooding.
Boulevard, another wild left here at a high
Now
speed.
everything's starting
West
to
Covina
reopen
looking
up
for that
now.
pit opportunity.
But it was bad. The hurricane was really, we didn't get hit by it, we just had the effects.
Here
But
he comes on
man,
the right again. That primary unit closing in on the right side, and here he is evading the
it
pit
was
maneuver.
pretty
Evading the
bad.
pit maneuver, a right at the red light
Come on.
onto Main Avenue. A right turn on the Main Avenue from Ramona Boulevard. These are very, very haphazard turns. Haphazard turns, very random, no clear destination in mind. This joyride is continuing through the San Gabriel Valley, now in Baldwin Hills, as West Covina is looking for a chance to spin this vehicle out of control and bring this pursuit to an end. They've had a couple of chances, but so far they have been unable to stop this vehicle, now doing right around the speed limit again, about 45, 50 miles per hour. Another right turn now onto Los Angeles Street off of Main Avenue. Still 6 West Covina officers in tow here. LA County Sheriff with their night sun on it. That helicopter providing some really helpful assistance to the West Covina Police Department here. And now it looks like he's picking up a little more speed, about 70 miles per hour on Los Angeles Street here in Baldwin Hills.
Well, come on, offset. I almost had
Baldwin
it.
Park, rather. Baldwin Park. I think I said Baldwin Hills a few times. Baldwin Park, rather, as he continues at a pretty good clip here in excess of 60 to 70 miles per hour.
I'm gonna try to hopefully get some pictures of the moon when I see it.
Thank you.
Mm.
And word coming into our assignment desk now, this is a grand theft auto suspect, what appears to be a stolen vehicle, a stolen Toyota Camry out of West Covina. You can see they are continuing to keep the pressure on him here as he makes another random turn there onto Azusa Canyon Road. Again, we're in Baldwin Park, adjacent to West Covina. He's done a few loops around the area, but not really predictable enough to set up for any kind of a spike strip. Although that's not out of the question. Right now, they just haven't had the chance. But in the meantime, they have given the go-ahead for a pit maneuver if they have an opportunity. So far, they have not been able to execute. But you can see the traffic is relatively light here. So if he slows down just a little bit, we might see another attempt here on that left side. Here comes that primary unit riding that center line in the median there, maybe looking to come around his left side. The vehicle still doing about 45 miles per hour. It's a little bit fast for a pit maneuver.
Why also do the pit?
Southbound Irwindale Ave. Southbound Irwindale Ave. Here he comes around the right side.
Almost.
And he really has had so many close shots here, but they just can't manage to execute that pit. That primary unit, I got to tell you, that was a good opportunity there.
Well,
but he must
pit
have seen that
maneuvers.
car up ahead, and you just don't
But
want to have
not
any risk
my
of
local
collateral
PD
damage
and all
in a
first
situation like
here in
this.
Florida,
Cutting through the
they
gas
still
station.
do it.
To the gas station, yep, cutting
Oh
through
my
here.
God. They
Cutting
still do it
through
when
and
it
coming back
when they
onto Sunset Avenue. We've been on Sunset
when it's
a few
safe for them
times
to do it.
already. We're a little bit further to the west now, but another wide open road here with a median that may allow that West Covina unit to execute that pit one more time, or at least attempt to execute a pit maneuver here if he slows down a little bit. Right now, again, just going a little bit.
But they're not going to do the pit when there's a lot of people
dangerous
around, or when there's too many
Unclear
cars
how many people
around.
are inside this vehicle. As we mentioned, those windows are very heavily tinted, only to say that the driver is
Yeah.
wanted for
Well,
grand theft
my
auto.
local law enforcement, they do it here
silver
still.
Toyota Camry, newer model, apparently out of West Covina, and they are continuing to apply pressure here. And every time they do, you see them speeding up, upwards of now 55 miles per hour under the freeway.
Yeah, that's too fast for them to do a pit.
Opposite direction we came from earlier, but generally covering the same territory, which may allow for more units to cover this area and potentially set up for a spike strip. Back in West Covina, turning onto West Covina Parkway now off of Sunset Ave. Here comes another attempt. Here comes the attempt. A pit maneuver, and the officer absolutely chickened out there. Wow.
Especially that squad car is brand new.
I mean, he's had several opportunities to go ahead and spin this vehicle out. He may just be looking to take a peek inside the vehicle. Doesn't appear to be a very good attempt at these pit maneuvers. These are just kind of warning shots, I would say, to try and apply a little more pressure. But here comes a hand out the window, the driver gesturing and waving at that officer. Another turn here.
Yeah.
And we'll see what
happens.
There comes the pit. There it is. A weak shove of that bumper.
When
and really a half-hearted
upload a
pit attempt
video
there
from my phone,
at
and
best. So
if it's a short,
it's an interesting situation. They've given the
it's so
go-ahead
hard
for
to
the pit.
type on that
They
little
don't seem to be very
keyboard.
confident, or at least that primary unit doesn't seem to be very confident in spinning this guy out. And so far, it looks
That's
like the
why
driver is clearly taking advantage
I
of
like to do it from the
this
computer because it's easier.
situation. Uh, I got to tell you, we've had at least a half a dozen uh, opportunities for a really good pit. And obviously,
Come
the
on,
go-ahead's
get
been
up there,
given.
get
We
up
see the
there,
damage
do it. Come on.
made decent contact there, but it just wasn't strong enough to disable this vehicle. What a sight here! Really an interesting turn of events here. They've given the go-ahead, and now things have really amped up. Now that they've gone ahead and made contact with that vehicle, they're more committed, and so is the driver of that vehicle. The driver of that stolen vehicle is now even more intent on outrunning these officers, refusing to pull over, and really starting to speed things up here as he makes his way down Glendora Avenue.
And oh, come on, that was a weak one. That was weak.
Another right turn, a random right turn there. That's going to be onto Merced Avenue off of Glendora.
It looks like that police car is brand new, too.
With, as we have been here on several occasions, at least in this general area. It's obvious now as he makes his way into the oncoming lanes of traffic, another wild right turn onto California Avenue. Very obvious that his adrenaline is pumping after that pit attempt, and he is not showing any signs of surrender whatsoever. So really speeding up. I don't even think he's going to give him another chance to pit him here. He's really putting a lot more space between him and that primary unit, and that primary unit, who has still remained the same primary unit throughout this pursuit, has just not managed to have the effect of applying pressure or disabling the vehicle. I mean, he has had several opportunities, he or she, but so far it has had the opposite effect of just antagonizing this driver and really amping up the dangerous driving. I mean, the erratic nature of these turns and at some of these intersections, speeding right through without any even light braking. At some points, just setting up for a real disaster if he encounters cross traffic. Now making his way onto Service Avenue, a right turn onto Service Avenue at 45 miles per hour in a very residential street. He keeps finding these residential areas, slows down occasionally, but I think now that he's feeling that primary officer's pit attempt there, he is just intent on trying to outrun these West Covina officers. It is clearly a full moon here in the San Gabriel Valley, as we have had
it would take me a little bit longer to get all the way over to California.
throughout the day today in the Southland. This is just the most recent one, and you can see he's now toying with this officer. This is a real game of cat and mouse, gesturing at that officer with his hand out the window.
And none of the law enforcement down here, they all have brand new squad cars. Like brand spanking new.
And now the vehicle comes to a stop. The driver with his hands out. Officers with their guns drawn. And this might do it. This might be the end. They're actually partially blocking the driver's side there. We'll see if he is able to crawl out. I don't think he may or may not be able to open that driver's side door, but it looks like he's finally giving up here. The vehicle coming to a complete stop. He's communicating with that officer. Two hands out the window. You see a phone? I don't see the phone. He's holding a phone in his hand. There's a phone in his hand. Difficult to make out.
My bad. I was
it looks
way
like he's
bad.
Communicating with somebody on the phone as he gestures towards these officers. We'll come around and get a better look at the driver here, but he's gesturing at these officers as he's communicating on the phone. He's almost looks like he's FaceTiming.
Who you calling a pig, bro?
All right, if he wants to open up that driver's side door, he can open up the driver's side door. It's unclear what they're ordering him to do, but whatever they're ordering him to do, it doesn't appear that he's obeying.
Oh. Well, these officers don't have to supposed to go up the door and ask him why he's driving like an idiot.
Where'd he come from?
Because these officers don't know
This is a reality show. They're
this
shooting a reality show in the middle of this pursuit. You can see a cameraman and audio tech jumping out of the SUV to capture the action from behind. You have an officer with his gun drawn as they film a TV show at the termination of this pursuit. This is a new one, guys. We've never actually caught this. Caught me off guard for sure. Now you see continuing to
when that
communicate
person with the
with the
camera.
driver of the vehicle who still has his hands up, but still won't let go of that phone. Won't let go of the phone. You got to wonder if maybe there's a language barrier or something like that. But for whatever reason, it doesn't look like he is. Clearly, he's not obeying with these orders here. So we have a complicated set of circumstances here. You've got a number of officers on the suspect's left and his right with their guns drawn. We can only see the driver. No idea if there's anybody in that back seat or in the passenger seat. It looks like a male suspect. It's a male suspect now with his torso out the driver's side window, very agitated. The door won't open. Door won't open. He's crawling out.
I don't know, but
hands up in the air.
like
Now walking towards that primary officer.
I don't know how close they are to the scene, but it's
You've
really
got a television crew
stupid for them to be that
to
close.
Stay behind that officer. I wouldn't say they're keeping their distance, but they are clearly behind this officer.
Just in case this will end up as a
much, really close-up views here. We'll be interested to see
if the officers had to shoot that person.
Here. But right now, it looks like they are finally able to detain the suspect with his hands on his head. Handcuffs being placed on the driver, and I did not see them clear the vehicle, but they must have. Just judging from the posture here, it appears they peeked inside the vehicle at the very least.
I can't tell if it's a man or a woman.
Be confident that there's nobody else inside that vehicle. However, I got to tell you, with those tinted windows, I don't know how they were able to clear that vehicle. We can only assume that it was only the driver inside that car, but I did not see them adequately clear that vehicle. So I think the supervisors will have a field day with this pursuit here in West Covina. And I guess that'll be a wrap for this one. But man, an interesting conclusion to this pursuit. And
crazy pursuit. I just saw it pop up in my feed, and I was like, oh, what the hell, might as well go on.
And now they've cleared the vehicle. They're going to pop the trunk and double check. But really interesting to see them abandon that vehicle like that without, really checking to see at first whether they really had a vehicle that was empty there without any remaining threats inside the car. Just a wild ending to this pursuit in a way that we haven't really seen very often here. But just when you thought you've seen it all, this has been an interesting one. But man, what a wild and weird end to this pursuit.
Now what? Whether or not, yay. Oh, it's not.
One suspect in custody. The Camry has been emptied. We're at the intersection of California Avenue and Cameron Avenue with this pursuit now concluding in about as best case scenario as you can imagine. Fortunately, nobody hurt here. And another one for the books here in West Covina. Reporting live from Air 7 HD. I'm Chris Christie, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Man, my head is killing me. On the side, left side of my head, I don't know if it's not a headache, but I don't know. It hurts like hell. Daya. Let me see if I can, let me go to stop sharing. Um, it's noise. Let me find a stream that's not a hurricane or a tropical storm, Daya, or whatever you call it. Let's see. Oh, damn. Okay. Well, dude, I think I'm gonna call it here, and I didn't get my sleep during the hurricane that came through. Well, it didn't hit me; it just went up towards the panhandle, and so, but that storm was nuts, dude. I'm gonna try to go out tomorrow, or today's Thursday. I'll try to go out. If I see any damage, I'll take video of it. If any flooding, we're probably not going to have that because I think that that's all over with. But man, it was nuts. And, yep, I'll be shutting this down because I'm tired. And hope to see you soon, Nightmare. Take care, brother. So thanks for coming. Thanks for your support. As always, everyone else, have a good night. I don't know when I'll be going live. Um, if I did, should be a weather here because we're supposed to get another round of storms. So if they go severe, then I'll go live. But other than that, probably won't. So have a good night, everybody.